Listen, um, guns in our community. I think I spoke about that before too. Spoke about these guns in our community. You know, you find out that your child wound up with your 14 or 15-year-old child wound up with a Glock Tech 9, a Trey 5.7, a 44 Magnum. You find your child got this. Now, what the parents in the community need to do is rally around whatever they got the precinct there. Not so much rally around all. You got to get at your congressmen and your senators. You got to get at every single one of them. The one in the city, the one in the state, all of them. How are these kind of guns being allowed to filter onto the streets where we live? You know what I'm saying? It's obviously easy to do. The same thing if you're walking around the street and you see people nodding all of a sudden, nodding their head down, they got that heroin back out here again. How is it filtering into your community? The moment you see that, you're supposed to hit your politician's door. If it's going on in your neighborhood, you hit your councilman. And you pressure your councilman. Not 1 or 2 or 3 people. Take about 15 to 20 people, 20 to 30 people, as many as you can get. Fill that office up. I want to know why heroin is floating around in my neighborhood. Why is it here? The council people would get on the mayor. The mayor will get on the police commissioner about that community. Although this is the only way you fight that. Because if they find an easy way, all these fat cats with the big money, if they can find a way to slide drugs in your neighborhood and make money off you, the misery of your people, they're gonna do it if they don't have nobody watching them. But if you're watching the people who supposed to be policing your community, such as your politicians, and these cops who say they're supposed to be working for us, which they're not. They work for us to put a knot on their head every now and again. But you got to kind of you got to formulate some kind of group. In my mind, every neighborhood should have a community organization. Every neighborhood. You know why? Because people come together in a community environment. They get to know each other. They get to know who's each other's parent. Because when they have meetings, a community meeting, they learn who each other is and stuff like that. And they begin to start talking the same language. Because then, like if there's shooting in your neighborhood, you want to definitely press with numbers. If your whole community is on somebody about getting shot and y'all all come out about it, everybody the police or politicians, all of them going, oh man, we got everybody riled up here. And you start talking about marching on City Hall. You go around other communities and pick them up, and everybody going down to City Hall. So you got to agitate. Same way when they be so reluctant and careless with our lives and out in the area that they make it. These people getting paid a lot of money. We putting out a lot of money for these people. You understand that? A lot of money. You know, and we don't see the money. That's probably why we don't think we're giving it up. But I'm quite sure when you look at your paycheck, and they're talking about they can't tax PA money, public assistance money. They can't tax that. But every time you put $1 across the counter, you're getting taxed. I don't care if it's fixed income or what. You're getting taxed. So they're getting you taxed, and you're getting taxed anyway. You understand? So if you count all the money up that you be taxed for, put it all in the barrel at the end of the year, and you see how much money you get, how much money they got out of you at the end of the year. If you have the time to just count it up each day, even the money you spend over the counter, see how much money you spend every time. And then see how much money they're taking out of your check every time. Put all that together at the end of the year. And when you go to file for your taxes, you're gonna say, I'm owed more money than this. They give you a little chump change. They give you $1,000, $1,200, or $1,300. You should be getting that $10,000 when you look at the money that you done put out. Come on, man. Taxes, they don't say nothing about the taxes and the rent, but there's taxes and rent too. That's right. You know Con Ed isn't taking taxes. You know Mom Bell, but she's new now, but they taking taxes. They taking taxes. You know that cable and every other one is taking tax. See, we easy to suck from, because we don't acknowledge none of this. We so, oh man, we so soft. We so sweet. They just kiss us on our neck and stick their finger by behind, and we give them every damn thing we got. What's wrong with us? What's the matter with us? Don't you think it's high time to stop that? We're not getting the services we're paying for. We're not getting the services we're paying for. We need to begin to start understanding what the hell is going on. Let's see. 33. Okay. Okay. Look. I for one, I'm tired. And I do want to see a better place for our children. That's each and every one of them. Each and every one of them. That's right. That little white boy in the corner with the blonde hair, I want to see him get a stable life for himself as well. Because the time for the nonsense is time to stop. The enemy is not me, and the enemy is not you. The enemy is those who bleed us like they do. That's our enemy, because they're not doing anything to try to see our success. They dangle success in our face, and they say, "Oh, you could be successful," but you find you go to school and you do all these things, you get your degree and all that type of stuff, and you still can't get there. They say out of a million athletes that try to get into the NBA, only 2 of them might get in. The NBA or the NFL, or the MLB, just only 2 or 3 of them might get in there. You try to figure out, well, damn, man. Here's a rapper who gets out there and rap about a whole lot of nonsense, bitches and hoes and such, and get paid millions of dollars. What's wrong with this picture? You know what's wrong with this picture? It's a picture that we allow. We must learn to work together. If we're not working together, we're not doing anything but sitting around doing a lot of complaining. And if you're just sitting around doing a lot of complaining, accept it and just sit on your ass and be quiet. If you're not trying to do something about it, then sit down and be quiet. Because you're waiting for somebody to do it for you. Please. Them days are gone. It's time to be about together, finally, at last, together. Come together. Come together. I don't have any problem getting along with anybody. White, black, green, whatever they may be. I don't have a problem getting along with them. Because you know what I know? I know that when we suffer at the bottom, you got some white folks that don't suffer as hard, but they you think that whenever these people let something happen, a lot of those people who was in the World Trade Center were real middle class white people. They was in there too, and they didn't give a damn about them either. When they said, Vice President Cheney, should we send the planes out? He said, stand down. Stand down? What the hell does that mean? What do you mean stand down? What the hell are you talking about? They got planes acting like enemy planes in the air, and you saying stand down? What is your problem? Why did you say that? And why did the tower number 7 come down when no plane hit it? There's a lot of questions. We need to learn to ask. We need to learn to ask these questions. We need to be on the ball. We got to get become politically aware. We got to open up our eyes. We got to stop being so complacent. We got to stop being so ignorant. And we got to stop being so damn stupid and falling for something that somebody drive to us. We got the media lying to us all the damn time. They don't care nothing about us. They lie to us all the time. The media said this. I don't believe them people at all.